All right, and welcome to Fastbreak Breakfast NBA podcast. My name is Keith Parrish, and I'm here once again with my buddy through the miracle of computer phone, here with Dave DeFore. Dave, happy NBA Europe Day. How are you doing?
I'm good. I actually thought about trying to go to this game in Berlin.
A little surprised you're not there.
I'm sad that I'm not there. Franz is going to come back. That's kind of cool. But
wait. Franz is healthy enough to play. I don't know. Stars could be healthy enough to play the Berlin games. Franz Wagner's allowed to play. I assumed there was some rule where you couldn't suit up if you'd been on an injury report.
Yeah, I assumed when I heard last week that he was working out pretty hard before the game. I actually got tipped off by my German friends that he was going to definitely play. But I don't do that stuff. But I'm glad to see that he's actually healthy enough.
The Wagner brothers' triumphant return to Berlin.
Yeah.
Is this going to be the most hostile crowd for the Grizzlies maybe they've ever faced? This is like going to OKC. I feel
it's going to be nuts.
Yeah. Don't lose by 50 like you did in the first game of the playoffs
guys
last
also,
year. Yeah.
They are actually they win. They win these international tournaments. The Wagner brothers, they're stars.
Well, I mean, if Dennis Schroeder was there, I'd be more worried.
I mean, it's kind of a shame he's not. Could we get him
Zach
to Orlando?
Bonga? How is he available?
We don't talk about him. I've got some tough memories of Isaac Bonga going 3 for 3 from 3.
Yeah.
First half killed us.
All right, so we're recording.
No, it's very cool. I'm happy about this Berlin game. It's a good thing.
We're recording this, I think, 2 hours before the Grizzlies play their former teammate Desmond Bane. Ja Morant is not going to play. Ja Morant, who was questionable game time decision with a bruise 9 days ago, has suddenly been ruled out for the last several games. And of course, all this trade chatter.
Did you see the video?
Upheaval, the uproar. Vince Williams Jr. and Ja Morant having a public argument in the shoot-around. This is the part of practice open to all media. Apparently there's lots of media there. I get it. The Grizzlies are used to having 4 people, like maximum, at their shoot-arounds. Yeah, so apparently Ja Morant, Vince Williams Jr. having a bit of an argument. There's been a lot of lip reading done. I don't trust any lip reading, although I am not convinced, I am swayed by the lip reading where it says, I don't F with you.
Yeah.
That seems pretty, but every time it's the lip reading thing, when I find out what they actually said, I'm like, oh, okay, we read that wrong. So it does apparently look like they're not debating the merits of Netflix's takeover of Warner Brothers. They're
talking real estate.
They're having some disagreement. They're talking real estate.
Yeah, I mean, somebody's selling wolf tickets, man. That's all. I gotta
so
see.
Vince, it looks like Ja saying, "I don't mess with you guys. I don't mess with you. I don't mess with you." Like just being like he's kind of done. The situation with the Grizzlies and Ja Morant is poor. The last week of being a Grizzlies fan has been poor. Not only the latest bleak injury reports. Oh, by the way, Zach Edey's going to be out at least another 6 weeks. I don't think. I mean, conspiracy media wants to say, well, yeah, we knew that was coming because they're not trying to win. That's what. That is what an objective observer viewing the Grizzlies from afar would say about so many things that have happened in the last 12 months. I covered this in Grits and Grinds. If you're an objective observer and you saw the Grizzlies and you're like, oh, you hired a rookie coach, you traded Desmond Bane, you had Jaren and Zach Edey both have offseason surgery, like you did not extend Ja Morant. You guys are tanking. And then during this season, it's like, what, Jaren plays 28 minutes a game? Cedric Coward's on a minutes limitation? You guys are tanking, right? It's like, no. We're not. We're trying to build a sustainable contender. I know I'm supposed to do breakfast, but I want to set this up. I don't feel like this has been spelled out enough to me. And I've consumed some national media. I've consumed some local media about the Ja Morant situation. It honestly, the way it played out, maybe in the last year, it's frankly, it is understandable from both sides.
Yeah.
It's understandable from both sides. And I think, like, this is not reporting, this is not firsthand information, but like I'm gonna paint some fanfic of like this. I think just tell me how close to the scent this could be. I think in the offseason, Ja Morant, obviously eligible for an extension. He wants to get this extension. He tells his then agent, Mike Miller, a very successful agent with many clients, including Paolo Banchero, who will be at the Berlin game. He tells his agent, hey, I want this extension from the Grizzlies. Listen, I have been playing under market value. I got screwed. Ja Morant got screwed out of a Supermax because I didn't make an All-Star game because Adam Silver does not like my lifestyle. I was screwed. I have not been paid the proper amount I should be getting paid as a superstar. The Grizzlies have been saved tens of millions of dollars. They didn't have to pay me. They need to make me whole. I'm a superstar. I'm the biggest star Grizzlies have ever had in the history of their franchise. Let's get an extension done. Mike, I'm guessing, says Zach doesn't, they're not going to give you an extension. You got 3 years on your deal. Ja says, fine, I'm going to get my own representation. Fires his agent. Says, well, we'll go with my own non-traditional representation and let's get this deal done. And he reaches out to Zach Kleiman. Sorry, Dave, am I close? Is it just the same close yet?
This is feeling like you're on track.
This is my own fiction. Ja Morant says, Zach, I love Memphis. The city loves me. You've sold a lot of tickets. You guys were dead. Moribund, going nowhere. I'm Grizz Next Gen. I revamped this franchise. We outperformed our preseason win total prediction from Vegas the first 6 years of my career. I'm a superstar. I haven't gotten the money that's owed to me. I lost whatever it was, $60 million.
Yeah.
Just, dude, give me 2-year extension. Make me whole. Zach says, Ja, you haven't made an All-Star game since 2023. You haven't been on the court for us recently. Dunked on mock offseason, said it's a bad idea to add more years onto this 3 years you got. Let's see you, Ja. Let's see you be healthy on the court this upcoming season. Get back to making the All-Star game like we know you can do. Let's see the player that we know you are this year. Then in the upcoming offseason, we will take care of you. And Ja Morant says, you're not going to pay me? It's like, no, let's see. Let's play this one out. And Ja said, I'm done. No, sorry. I'm done with you guys. You want me to attack the rim and get injured again and not pay me? And so at this point, Ja Morant shows up to the 2025-2026 season, and podcasters like Keith Parrish are watching him play saying, hey, he's kind of bad. Like
he's doing a Vince Carter thing?
Yeah. Like he's not actually good. Like what's happening? Like one, Ja Morant isn't available that much, but when he plays, he's actually bad.
Yeah.
And so that was the divorce. So like I get it. I honestly get Ja Morant's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Could he have handled things differently at times? Of course.
Sure.
But when you consider the water under the bridge aspect, also if you consider the Desmond Bane trade, Ja Morant says you traded Desmond Bane. So like you're building around me. You're not building around me. What are you doing? Like, so now we're here and people are saying, now we're at Davion Mitchell and Simone Fontecchio for Ja Morant. So do you need to add anything, Dave? I hate to.
No, I think you kind of nailed it.
I hate to kick off with the monologue. That's
it's
just
January 15th.
That's my dream of what could have happened. And now the Grizzlies, I mean, I don't know what the NBA is going to do. You assume they're getting fined for not playing Ja Morant in these NBA Europe games, right? Are they sending? Do they send an independent doctor to say, "Oh, the calf contusion's real"? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, are the Wizards going to get fined for Trey?
Okay, so let's put a pin in that, and let's do. I'll tell you right now. For breakfast, I had 2 cookies. Amazing, white chocolate.
Nice.
I walked into the break room at work. Normally, I just grab one of these like trail mix, mainly like sunflower seeds, almonds. It has the hint. It's just it's nuts and things. Better than what I could get. But there was this gigantic tray of cookies, like big cookies, and I was like, yes, doing that. So nice. Yeah, that's how I kicked off my NBA. Dave, yogurt?
Yogurt.
Okay.
Yeah, I just had some yogurt. Yeah,
All right,
really quick.
So those are our breakfast. After our breakfast, we moved to our breakfast in bed apologies. This is where we make right what we might have gotten wrong on a previous episode. Frequently the first time we talk about the NBA, which the show is supposed to be about. It is. We're talking all about trades, NBA Europe, Ja Morant. I will say a couple of things. Last episode, talking about Trae Young, you said something about Trae Young's upcoming third contract. And I said second, like I was correcting you. First of all, I was completely wrong. Second of all, I have no memory of you saying this thing. I have no memory of me incorrectly correcting you. I'm talking complete fugue state.
Huh.
I was listening back. I'm looking for an error. I'm like, I need an apology. What's it going to be? And I listened back, and you were like, so, like, if you're going to pay Trae, what's his third contract? And I go second. I just yelled it out. And I don't know what I was thinking.
Second extension.
So, sure, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't.
I
I was looking at my phone probably. I was like refreshing. I don't know. Hoops Hype Rumors page. I don't remember. So I'm sorry there. Also, some pronunciation things. I'm not sure I have this guy's name right, but I said it definitely wrong. I've been watching more Nets games with the sound on.
Yeah.
Yeoman. Kind of a So like I
like
said
a soft D.
Yeah, a soft D with a yo in there. And again, I try to get names correct. I don't want to be ignorant. And I did not know how to say his name as I compared him to maybe a flashier Tomas Satoransky. But I've been watching Nets games, and
that happened with me. Mathurin, Ben Mathurin, for like his first season. I kept saying his name wrong because I would read it, not hear it.
Yeah.
And like the first time I ever read it, I read it incorrectly. You know what I mean?
What were you saying it as?
Instead of Mathurin, I was saying like Mathurin or what.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Okay.
Whatever. Like I had, you know what I mean? Like
I thought you were going to apologize for calling him Ben.
I mean,
he says I don't go by Ben.
Yeah. Okay.
He said that once, but then I've heard him call himself that because I was calling him Benny Mathurin.
Yeah, it's Ben with two N's though.
Yeah, Ben with two N's. Two in Ben.
Yeah.
By the way, watching Nets games, I would like to say.
I wonder if he's going to get traded.
Who? Benedict Mathurin?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Knicks? I don't know. I just read the Jake Fisher thing that like the Knicks are looking for a guard, maybe. No, watching Nets games. I don't know if this is everybody's experience, but for me, one of the best things actually about fantasy basketball is it pushes me to watch teams I don't normally watch because I just pick up like I have like in one of my leagues I rostered Day'Ron Sharp and I'm like, let's check what the Nets got cooking. And now I've been watching a bunch of Nets games last week. So that's a good aspect. The bad aspect of fantasy basketball is it makes you overrank guys who give you 3 steals in one random game. And you're like, that guy rules. That guy came through for me with 3 steals. Trae Young, Dave. I said put a pin in it.
Yeah.
The Wizards announced, I mean, everyone called this because the Wizards can't win based on the league that's been set up for them and their draft pick protections. Yeah, the Wizards are like, oh, this quad injury, we're going to wait till after the All-Star break before we even let him play.
Right.
It's been a hard week for me, Dave, not just as a Grizzlies fan and losing Ja Morant deciding he not want to be in Memphis and the Grizzlies maybe getting a terrible return for him, but also as someone who just believes in like the sanctity of sport, where it's just like, it feels like so many things about the NBA are just broken. And just teams not playing their guys has always been a problem. But like trading for an all-star. Trae Young is, I don't know how we judge these things, but he's one of the top 30 important players.
Yeah.
I feel like when it comes to people watching the games, fans and things, and then just being like, this guy who's an exciting, scintillating, good player, not going to play because his team can't win. It's bad if they win. It's like this league is so broken. Ja Morant not playing just right now because he hasn't gotten the deal he wants. Just not playing. It's so bad. It has gotten so extreme, Dave. Now hear me out. Don't jump to conclusions. It's gotten so bad where I've started rethinking my support for guaranteed player contracts.
Wow.
Now, I'm not saying the owners don't pay the guys. I'm saying that money goes to what? The guys who bought tickets? It goes to season ticket holders? Like, if you don't actually play.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's supposed to be you have a guaranteed contract for 3 years. You're still taken care of if you get hurt. But now they're like, well, what about 4 years from now?
Right.
It's like, what? Like, you guys have guaranteed contracts. Any of these players with guaranteed contracts where the teams just don't want to win. And it's like, I don't know what the answer is because obviously the players, Trae Young, I'm guessing wants to play basketball.
Sure.
Lauri Markkanen wants to play basketball. These guys like playing basketball. So the player's contract not being totally guaranteed isn't really fair. Give the player all this money, but like, I don't know what it is because there's some situations where the player is choosing not to play because of contract things.
Sure.
And then there's teams tanking, and it's just like, this is a mess.
Well, then there's also the fact that like we play this game. Oh yeah, it's a calf strain, and we know it's not a calf strain, or we know, or like it's a
yeah.
What does Ja have right now? A bruise.
It's a calf.
Sure.
It's a calf contusion.
Okay, cool. I mean, I just don't understand why we even have to play the game, right? Like we're all adults. Look outside.
I mean, I guess. I'm not sure. Like, what's the other option? Just to say.
I mean, you could just say, "Hey, we're not playing Ja because we're going to trade him."
Salary trade contentiousness.
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, you've got guaranteed contracts, and if guys are able to just say, "I'm not going to play," and if they don't want to play, why not play? What
was Steve Kerr's? I probably have this quote wrong, but what I heard was, "We're not playing Jonathan Kuminga because he's a big minute player. He needs lots of minutes to do well.
He needs lots of minutes.
He's not good in a small role." It's like, oh man. So now Kuminga has demanded a trade.
He declared bankruptcy. Yeah. He demanded a trade on January 15th, the day that he could be traded. But like, what's his market?
Everyone knows this. I don't know what anybody's market is anymore. I mean, when you're in the Stockholm syndrome of your superstar guy, Ja Morant, says, I don't want to be here anymore, you then start talking yourself into like, well, should we take a flyer on Jonathan Kuminga? I mean, like what else is there? I'd rather take a flyer on him than Simone Fontecchio.
Not a long contract.
Not a long contract. He can score the basketball.
Yeah, he can score. I mean, I saw something today, like, should the Lakers trade for Kuminga? And I was thinking, okay, so you're going to trade Rui Hachimura for Rui Hachimura? Like, who do you think Jonathan Kuminga is going to be?
Huge difference. At least Hachimura. Like,
I mean, role on the team. Like,
yeah.
Jonathan Kuminga is not going to come there and do stuff. You know, if he's playing with your best players, he's standing in the corner and you're hoping that he shoots.
Can I tell you? I thought of a Ja Morant trade I'm okay with.
Kings are too good now for Kuminga.
Kings are on fire. DeMar DeRozan, I love that guy.
How about Russ? Russ has been good this year,
dude,
man.
Russ, as I always say, always brings it. Yeah. Might not be the it you need. Precious Achua thoroughly outplaying Karl Anthony Towns on Wednesday night. Good.
There's some cat conversations that
also rough
could be uncomfortable with.
Rough week for NBA teams and also fantasy basketball players. Just more ankle rolls. Jalen Brunson going down. Cooper Flagg going down. No, I wanted to go back to the thing you mentioned about Ja Morant real estate because it came out that Ja Morant's trust bought a home in Miami.
Yes.
And we actually looked into this hardcore in our Patreon-only Slack channel over at patreon.com/Fastbreak Breakfast. Because when I saw that Ja Morant bought this house in Miami that looked really nice, and then it was a $3 million house, I was like, that doesn't cost enough. I was like, wait, like $3 million in Miami. I'm thinking a penthouse. I'm thinking like a small apartment, and then you see where it's like a 4,000 square foot house with a pool in the back. I'm like, wait, where is that? Like that isn't Miami real estate prices.
Yeah.
And then someone pulled up the Zillow map. It's surrounded all by teardowns, and it's like catty corner from a church, and then the rest of the block is like $700,000 lots. So like. First of all, here's Keith's real estate analysis of the new Ja Morant house. There's no chance Ja Morant is living in this house.
No.
That house is not for Ja Morant to live in. Right. Like, I don't know it might be just a fun house, an investment property. Maybe that neighborhood is getting gentrified and thinks the value is going to skyrocket. Okay, investment property, property to keep his friends and family when they come into town. Oh, fine. I get that.
Right.
But Ja Morant's not living in this new house, guys. I mean, if he wants to buy a good house, can he move in next door to Robert Pera? Robert Pera lives in Miami.
Right.
Robert Pera could give him some real estate tips, I'd assume. No, Ja Morant trade I like. All right, well, let's first of all, ones I don't like are the ones that I've seen involving the Heat.
I don't know, man.
Would they give up on Tyler Hero? Because
No,
that's where I'm at. Because if they're not going to pay Tyler Hero's next contract, why wouldn't they just flip that out?
Yeah. Would you would want Tyler Hero?
Well, so every time somebody says you'd want that in a Ja Morant trade, I have to say, under the caveat that Ja Morant has said he's never playing for us again. Like, we're talking,
Right.
If I'm forced to trade Ja Morant this season before the trade deadline, that's the caveat I'm now going to use for all trades I'm talking about.
Gotcha.
Sure, yes, give me Tyler Hero back. Because Tyler Hero is a borderline all-star, puts the ball in the basket. Like, I don't just want expire. I don't want the Terry Rozier Memorial FBI contracts. I don't want that in someone fantastic. I don't want that in a role player. I'd rather have a guy who can score 23 points per game, a guy who's an elite offensive weapon. Let Tomas Isolo figure out how to maximize Tyler Hero. Yes, I would be actually excited for a Tyler Hero return. I don't think even the Jaime Jaquez, Nikola Jovic, the guy they drafted this year, I assume those aren't on the table. There's been some reporting from Miami people saying young players and picks aren't involved in an offer. And if they're including that, if that just is
then it's got to be Hero.
So then, well, no, I mean, you can do Davion Mitchell and Terry Rozier. That works because Ja's on a cheap contract. Ja's on like that cheap 30%. It's like a $35 million contract. Relatively cheap, of course.
I can't imagine they're doing that.
I mean, if you're the Grizzlies, you just got to say no.
You got to get more than Davion
There's
Mitchell.
no upside. Yeah, there's no upside.
Right. Ja already doesn't play for you, right? So the status quo is that Ja is unavailable.
We're in the status quo.
Unavailable. That's right. And so unless you have a deal that's good for you, I don't see the point in making a move. If you're Memphis, let him sit.
This whole he's going to make it too toxic to be around. Fine. Just let him go sit in his $3 million house.
Chris Paul is not out there traveling around with the Clippers. Correct. And I guarantee Chris Paul.
Him and Chris Paul should start a podcast. Oh, the Ja Morant, Chris Paul, our teams don't want us around podcast.
Oh, no.
I'm going to hit that guy, Jason Gallagher. Maybe he'll launch it. He's doing a good job launching podcasts. Here's a trade I liked. Here's a fake trade I liked. I don't know if it's realistic. This is the Heat saying, well, listen, we're a playing team, but we think we can use our magic rejuvenating Ja Morant. Grizzlies send Ja to the Heat. The Heat send Norm Powell, who maybe should make the All-Star game, to the Cavaliers. Cavaliers lost again.
Yeah.
Cavaliers, they lost to the Jazz the game after the Jazz lost by 55. The Jazz were down by 4. What were they down? What was the biggest? They were down like 76-20. It was a score I feel like I've never seen before. They were losing to the Hornets. Yeah. Like 46 points in the first half. They lose by 55. Cody Williams pulls off a minus 60. The worst single game plus minus ever recorded. Anyway, the Jazz beat the Cavs the next game. The Cavs, things aren't going well. They are paying insane amounts of luxury tax. They're well into the second apron. If they
Garland left the game yesterday, by the way.
Garland's hurt. Let's shut Garland down. You know where you can shut Garland down? On the Memphis Grizzlies. Darius Garland from Nashville. He and Zach Edey can have their own podcast as they don't play. Norm Powell to the Cavaliers. A more smooth wing guy. DeAndre Hunter hasn't been great. Max Strus hasn't been healthy. I thought about sending Max Strus back to the Heat. Let's imagine that bridge burned. Just Norm Powell, expiring salary to the Cavaliers. Darius Garland to the Grizzlies. I don't know what else financially. I thought Santi Aldama also to the Cavaliers, give him some front court help. Santi Aldama is a solid player on a fair contract. It's a solid player on a fair contract.
I mean, if he's going to the Cavs, that's huge for them.
Cavaliers in my fake trade, Cavaliers get Norm Powell and Santi Aldama. They move on from Darius Garland. The Heat get John Conchar, make the salary work. Grizzlies get off that next year's money. Heat get Ja Morant. So would the Heat, they're over 500. Norm Powell's been awesome. He's 32 years old. Would you turn a 32-year-old expiring contract into Ja Morant, even if he is one of your best players this season?
Absolutely.
I think Heat fans would be split. I don't think that would be a certainty. If I'm the Grizzlies, I say Darius Garland can sit out the whole year. If he's healthy next year, he's awesome. He's an all-star point guard. He's an all-star point guard. And we've turned Ja Morant, who has divorced himself from our team, we've turned that. I love it. I don't know if Cavaliers fans would be on board. Maybe they still dream of the team being totally healthy again.
I think Donovan Mitchell as point guard is tricky. Because what Garland does out there in the pick and roll opens up a lot of stuff for Mitchell. I mean, they're at their best when both of those guys are out there. I think that's tricky. And then the thing with Miami that I still haven't figured out, they just have this offense now. Like, it's been a big deal, right? Like, we're running fewer screens. It's the old Memphis guys, right? And now we want to get Ja in there again. I just don't get why.
That is the funniest angle.
Yeah.
That Ja Morant apparently hated the Noah LaRoche offense in Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
Noah LaRoche goes and installs it in Miami. And now if Ja Morant ended up back there, that would be quite funny.
Yeah.
If the Heat get Ja Morant for, let's say, Davion Mitchell and Simone Fontecchio or Terry Rozier, and they get to keep, I mean, if I'm a Grizzlies fan, all right, pipe dream, you bring in a Darius Garland. That's pipe dream. Let's be real. Next would be, if it's just a Heat trade, I want Andrew Wiggins because Andrew Wiggins is a good basketball player.
Yeah.
Andrew Wiggins is a plus rebounder for his position. If I get a Cedric Howard and Andrew Wiggins playing together, you cover up one of Jaren's biggest deficiencies. You're not going to be so good this year, but like you could build a Zach Edey, Jaren front court with also Cedric Howard and Andrew Wiggins. Mm-hmm. That's legit. You're just a guard away from being a good team.
Is Ty Jerome just retired or
Ty Jerome's supposed to come back pretty soon. I honestly thought about including him in this fake Cavaliers trade. Ty Jerome back to the Heat. Back to the Cavs.
Back to the Cavs.
Maybe Max Strus back to the Heat. They miss him. Lonzo Ball ain't all he's cracked.
This is why player movement's bad, actually.
No, I would take an Andrew Wiggins, but also I want to say if the Heat keep everybody of consequence, if the Heat have Ja Morant and also Bam and Andrew Wiggins and Khalil Ware, keep their young guys, Jaime Jaquez, keep Tyler Hero. That's a good team. Even if Ja Morant plays at this, like, whatever you call his current level of play, I think like that's a good team. Ja slots in as like I'm only gonna take over in the final couple minutes. I mean, you assume you'd get 20% better effort. You know how much of that is still in Ja to go super hard. I do have my doubts about how good Ja could be again. But I also 100% believe that, like, he would respect Pat Riley more than he respects Zach Kleiman. He would respect Eric Spoelstra more than he respects Tomas Isolo or more than he respected Taylor Jenkins. That's just, like, an obvious statement that even means no disrespect to the Grizzlies guys. We're talking about Pat Riley. We're talking about Eric Spoelstra.
Right.
Like
right.
Ja's going to say, okay, I get it. Like, that means more to me. I can be held maybe more accountable as far as, like, the on-court stuff. But I don't know. It's
Udonis Haslam's not there anymore though. So like
that's true. The culture left.
What are you gonna who's gonna threaten to fight him in the middle of a game?
Culture left with Ja. Anyways, Dave, let's take a break. Before we do, I do want to thank Tom K, the newest Patreon supporter, big Grizzlies fan. Grizz fan living up in Jersey. So thanks for supporting the show over at patreon.com/fastbreak breakfast. Let's come back.
Can I break some news?
Oh, break it. Please break the news, Dave.
Wemby shaved his head.
Oh, wow.
It's over. It's over for everybody. You see that? Oh, it's
Didn't he do that in the offseason?
Terrible.
He was offseason shaved.
He did. He came. Now he's going to have
the monks. I got nervous when you said Wemby shaved because we have a college basketball points shaving scandal.
Yes, we do have a point shaving scandal. Listen, hey guys, just heads up. If you're going to start an illegal gambling ring. Do
Yes.
not bet hundreds of thousands of dollars on Tulane basketball. You are going to get caught. You're going to get caught.
You say that, and I wanted to make a joke about Fordham, but literally, literally Fordham was involved in like the first ever 1940s college basketball gambling scandal. Like when the NIT was the biggest thing, I feel like Fordham was one of those New York schools that was part of the very first ever the mob got into college basketball and started shaving points. So
I don't know, Keith. I think we're going to have to do something about the gambling.
We might have to do something about the gambling. More on that after this dynamically inserted ad, which will most likely be gambling.
For gambling.
All right, Dave. We were talking about, I can't remember what we were talking about, but it maybe when I mentioned Gary Trent Jr. And maybe this is because, I mean, it's not an apology I'm demanding from you, because last week you were like, I mentioned Gary Trent Jr. being horrible to watch, and you're like, he's kind of fun. I'm like, no, he hasn't been fun. I don't know, something happened to him.
He's fine.
Well, he's not fine. He's terrible. He this week he had a minus 30 plus minus in 13 minutes, and I was like, that's really hard to do. And so then I was like, then some Bucks people were like, hey, you should check out his game logs. They're all like that. And I was like, all right. They're not all like that, first of all. This was by far the worst. But
Bucks have also been just bad.
I was looking, his plus minus, he's a minus, his last two games, he's a minus 50 in like 25 minutes. What's wild is, so in the last 10 games, he's played in 8 of them. In only 8 games, everybody else has played 10 games. He has the second worst raw total plus minus in the entire NBA. Only Isaiah Collier's is worse. Gary Trent in his last 8 games, he's played 144 minutes. The Bucks have lost those minutes by 100 points. that's not like a weird like 100-point net rating based on like 8 minutes and I multiply. No. Literally, he's been outscored by 100 points in the last 144 minutes played. And here's what's even maybe more astounding. The Bucks have won half of those games. The Bucks are 4-4 in those 8 games, while he's getting outscored by 100 points. Speaking of plus minus, Dave, do you happen to know who is leading the Warriors in plus minus per game?
It's not Steph Curry.
Not Steph Curry. Jimmy Butler leads the Warriors in total plus minus. He's played 36 games. This player is second in total plus minus, first in plus minus per game, second in total plus minus in the Warriors, while only playing 16 games.
Who is it?
D'Anthony Melton.
I was going to say D'Anthony Melton. Game changer for them to have him, because now all they need is a center.
Dude. Kuminga for which centers are available?
That they can get, that's the issue.
I mean, is Domantas Sabonis on the market? What's the Sabonis stuff? Is he available?
I imagine he would be available, but that doesn't help them.
Not really. No.
I just don't know. Like they can't. I don't think they can get Daniel Gafford.
Why can't
they could?
Here's who I always come back to anytime you need a center: Goga Bitadze, Jalen Smith.
That's right.
These are cheap backup centers who are solid. Although the Bulls have an incredible record when Jalen Smith plays.
Yeah, he's been good.
They win all their clutch games, and then the Magic have so many centers, don't seem to ever want to trade any of them. Yeah, I don't know.
I could see Goga on the move. I do know that like there's a bunch of teams that are interested in him. I've heard Toronto has kicked around the idea of Goga. Goga would work for the Warriors. I mean, he's a good passer.
Is Jakob Poeltl kind of done? I mean, because like if Poeltl could play, the Warriors could take on it. I mean, his contract's bad.
Yeah.
But the Warriors are in a situation where they're like, okay, we will take the upside of Jakob Poeltl. We'll swallow that contract. We'll help you out because if he's healthy, he really helps us. The Raptors got small ball CMB. Colin Murray Boyles being awesome at the 5.
Yeah.
Mamu been playing pretty solid there. Also, Raptors apparently in maybe a Ja team. Like the teams for Ja, apparently it's the Heat, the leaders.
It's an odd fit.
It's an odd fit, and they're playing so well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How do you feel about Emmanuel Quickly? I mean, I would say the one thing is that he does play games.
Yeah, he's not very good, but he's fine.
He plays.
Also, so Kuminga's wants to be on the move. Anthony Davis is hurt, like real hurt.
But still wants that contract extension.
Still, I mean, even that. But apparently he's threatening to get surgery if he doesn't get. Wait, what is it? If he
I think he got a second opinion.
He's going to get surgery.
Well, if he doesn't get traded, I don't see if he needs surgery and he doesn't get traded. I just don't see how you get traded if you need surgery. I just where's
well, I mean, if you want to
again, this goes back to playing games.
If you don't have who has the least money on their books for the next 3 years, is it still the Wizards? If you get a free Anthony Davis and then hopefully you can flip him for something later, although that has specifically backfired. Was it Brogdon? I feel like there was one player the Wizards got, and they're like, we'll trade him.
Yeah,
and then it turned out like we can't trade him at all. He has
Yeah.
absolutely no value. Good news, Dave. Let's talk about good things. Happy good things. What Peyton Watson is doing is unreal.
Yes, he's been so awesome.
How did this happen, Dave? Talk to me about the Nuggets without Jokic.
Yeah.
Without Jokic stealing touches from Peyton Watson.
Yeah.
What has been unleashed?
You know, all right, so their offense is worse, but their defense is a little bit better. And it's not like a ton better, but it's better enough that they've been able to be so competitive. But the offense hasn't really it's dropped off, but it isn't like we expected. It's not 20 points worse. Jamal Murray's been awesome.
Unbelievable.
He's been awesome. He had another 30-point game last night, 33
Yes.
I think last night. He had a 17 assist game one day last week. Peyton Watson, I think last night he only had 18, but he's averaging like 25 or something over the last 10 games or something.
He won Western Conference Player of the Week. And we've had funny Western Conference Player of the Week players before. There was like Sadiq Bey, I remember. The week where he had 50 in one game, and then he had like 12 in the other two games, and the Pistons went 3-0. And they're like, because normally the players of the week go to an undefeated team. That's usually what always happens. If there's only one undefeated team, they will pick someone from that team. I see you, Sadiq Bey, on the Pistons years ago. No one went undefeated, I don't think, in the West last week. But that being said, this was not that situation. He's, like you said, he's averaging 25 points per game.
Yeah.
He's filling up every like the blocks, the steals, the 3-pointers made. Yeah, Dave, in his last 9 games, where's the points? 23.9 points per game. 7 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and a block. I mentioned last week, we probably got some Christian Brown regret. Because Christian Brown, I mean, he's been banged up. He has not been healthy.
Sure.
But you look at what Peyton Watson's doing, and you're like, this guy's an all-star. And to have that just emerge,
and Peyton Watson never got the chance.
To have that, I mean, he played. He was like their 6th, 7th man.
Yeah.
But like to have the ball in his hands?
Yeah, but he not like
what?
this. Right.
I mean, this is a
he
stunning development.
S had a great stat on the show the other day. He outscored his college career like in the last 10 days or something. Apparently nobody knew that he could do this.
Yeah, so 51% from the field in the last 9, 44% from the 3-point line on over 5 attempts per game. He's getting to the foul line, over 6 free throws per game.
Yeah.
It's just like
they can play, man.
It's also funny because thinking about Jamal Murray, and everyone has always appreciated Jamal Murray as this playoff performer. Clutch, huge playoff guy. Maybe you looked at his bubble stats and you're like, all right, asterisks there. But over and over and over, playing with Jokic, you're like, that guy's an all-star. Maybe regular season, he doesn't get the accolades that he deserves.
Well, he has slow starts usually. He usually comes in.
Has some massive slow starts.
Comes in out of shape. and he didn't do that this year. He normally has that slow start, I think, because of that. And then he's been I wouldn't say injury prone, but he has been hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
So all that being said, even with that, understanding this guy's a gamer, this guy's a clutch player, this guy becomes a superstar in the postseason, even while acknowledging all of that, still baked into that is he gets to play with Nikola Jokic. And he obviously benefits from playing with the best player in the world. And so I think there's some thought, at least I had it always in the back of my mind, yeah, he's good. He probably deserves to make an all-star game. But also he's playing with Jokic, so that makes it a lot easier with him. But this run he's on right now, without Jokic, and it is a small number of games, but even with Jokic, it was like, oh, Jamal Murray's finally going to make an all-star game this year. But what he's doing without Jokic right now is like all NBA level stuff.
Yeah, like, Jokic is getting to play with Jamal Murray.
Exactly. How much help has Jokic needed all these years?
6-3 without Jokic, man. This is a fun story because I really thought, and I feel like the Nuggets are the best team in the league.
Oh, I think most people think that now, based on what Jamal and Peyton are doing without him. Yeah,
but I didn't even know they had this much depth. You know,
right?
Like I came into the season feeling like they were going to be the best team in the league by the time it was all done, and they're better than I thought. They've been doing this and without Jokic and without Valanciunas too, which I think is
without Christian Brown, without Cam Johnson. Without the
Valanciunas part is interesting to me.
Yeah.
Because what they've found is Zeke Naji, and they've found some extra little defense that I don't think they knew they had.
Well, just all the Jalen Pickett, just all these guys have just all of a sudden locked in. And I know we're probably being prisoners of the moment, and the Thunder are still the best team, despite their up and downness. But like something about watching, I feel like these Denver depth pieces, these guys, when we thought, I mean, Tim Hardaway Jr. has been awesome. Huge kudos to me. I think it was 2 years ago. Someone please find the clip when I was besmirching Klay Thompson when the Mavericks acquired Klay Thompson. And I was like, are we sure he's better than Tim Hardaway Jr., who they're getting rid of? I'm like, just look at the stat. Like, all right, I know that's okay. Sure, Klay Thompson's a little bit better, but how much better are we talking about? No. Tim Hardaway Jr. has been better than Klay Thompson for years. He's having an awesome season. But beyond the Tim Hardaway Jr. addition that we thought would be a big help, unbelievably cheap signing, great signing, the fact that the guys they drafted all of a sudden are just awesome.
Yeah.
It's a fun story. I don't know.
Calvin Booth.
Jamal Murray just randomly last, 15 games? He's 28 points per game. I mean, it's a very arbitrarily picked thing. But like I don't know exactly when Jokic went down looking at this game log. But every game it's 30 points, 9 assists, 30 points, 10 assists. Then the 22 points, 17 assists game. Yeah, Nuggets are incredible. Dave, let's answer a listener submitted question. This is the croissant.
Are you going to finish?
Questioner.
Knock yourself out.
Magnus wants to know: will we ever see a team?
Master.
The question master. Thank you. Will we ever see a team score 200 points in an NBA game? In 2023, there was a double overtime game. Kings beat the Clippers 176-175. The highest scoring game ever was in 1983. Triple overtime, 186-184 Pistons Nuggets. So, Dave, will we ever see a 200-point regular season or playoff game?
I want to say no.
Oh, you'd be wrong.
But I'd be
wrong
probably
if you
be
said
wrong.
no. Yeah.
Probably be wrong. No way to know though until we have a 200-point game tonight.
We had a one. What was the regulation game? Was Bulls Hawks both over 150?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say definitely. I mean,
it'll be some kind of triple, quadruple overtime situation, not in regulation. That'll never happen.
I think
so each team is shooting 50, 60 free throws each.
I mean, with the way the three-point shooting has gone, you look at, I mean, the Hawks are averaging like the most assists per game, I think, in NBA history, where they're right there with the 84-85 Lakers. You see the number of three-pointers like the Celtics are putting up. You're going to get some of these games where, I mean, the Hornets have games where like they make 24, 25, 26 3-pointers. You're going to have a 33-point. Yeah. What's up?
I gotta just derail this for a second. I think we gotta come back to, we gotta take things back, man. Like the 100-point game is what we ought to be aiming for.
The individual. Oh no,
100 points for the team.
Scoring has taken a dip precipitously in the last week. Apparently, Adam Silver sent out a secret memo.
I mean, listen, I've been talking about the change in the level of competition for about 3 weeks now, a month.
Yeah.
All the bad teams started playing harder.
Yes.
Not harder, but they were playing their guys longer. Like it got way more competitive. I think the Nets went like 7-3.
Yeah.
Over a 10-game stretch. They had the best defense in the league or something.
Yeah.
Something obviously changed. We watched the Thunder kind of fall apart a little bit. I think that some of this is that the free throws are way down.
Yes.
That has driven scoring down. The fouls are down. So the game's sped up just a little bit.
The fouls are a little bit down.
100-point game, man. That's the sweet spot to me. 100, maybe 110 if someone goes off.
Yeah.
But the game needs to be maybe officiated in a way that thinks about that. And part of that is I wonder if we need a 30-second shot clock.
What?
Because you got to slow this game down a little bit.
I mean, maybe if you wanted to say we got to address all the calf injuries in the NBA with a little slower
although
game.
That's an extra 6 seconds the defense has to run around,
yeah,
right? Like, there's no perfect solution, but we got to come up with something. It's too much.
The number 100 is beautiful and round but arbitrary. I don't care about that. I do care about, of course, all the super high foul totals, free throw totals that have been going on in the NBA. Even with this sudden downshift, you had the Lakers all of a sudden, like they didn't get calls. Hilariously, the illegal screen game, the Pacers Celtics illegal screen game, where there's an illegal screen uncalled on Siakam before the game winner. There were franchise record low number of fouls called those games. There were 7 fouls called on each team for the entire game. Give me that. This is also where we like to say refereeing should be an art, not a science.
That's right.
You called 14 fouls over the entire game, and now you want an illegal screen on the final play? No, you do not. You're lying to yourself. You watched a great basketball game.
Yeah. And I do feel like the Siakam hook thing could have been called, like that one where
it's a bit much.
Use it to get an advantage. That one probably could have been called, but I didn't mind them not calling the illegal screen.
But I will say, even with all of that, and this is, I don't know if Ben Taylor's going to do a sequel video to his The Offense Can Do Everything, but there were numerous clips just from this week. This is me when I'm feeling down about Ja Morant not playing basketball games. When I think about the Wizards putting Trey on ice for the next few months.
Yeah.
Also, you're watching defenders where they are not guarding basketball moves. They're all launching themselves backwards, trying to avoid contact. The offensive players come in like heat-seeking missiles. The defensive players are jumping backwards. You also had, this week, Jaren Jackson Jr., he commits a lot of dumb fouls. He had a 3-shot foul where he's in legal guarding position. I can't remember the shooter, but he's guarding
I remember. I mean, I watched this game. I actually sent this clip to Ben Taylor.
Yeah, okay, there you go. So he's guarding the guy with the ball. He is allowed to exist as a defender until the defender jumps to shoot for a jump shot. Jaren Jackson Jr. backed up. Was it Michael Porter Jr.? No, they didn't. No, Michael Porter Jr. He didn't play in that game against the Nets. Maybe it was somebody on the Nets. But, the guy kicked out. Jaren's in legal guarding position and moves backwards and gets a 3-shot foul because the guy kicked into him. And it's like the fact that you can have a legal guarding position. But I'm seeing so much of this. There was a play where Bruce Brown at the end of the game on Wednesday night tries to play vertical. Oh, Kobe White. Excuse me. Kobe White. I'm getting my games mixed up.
Kobe White.
He tried to play verticality in a clutch situation. And, somebody goes right into his chest. But you have this. You also had one. It was hilarious. I wish I could remember the game. There was a challenge call where the offensive player uses his off arm blatantly to shield a guy trying to play verticality. Pushes him off with his off arm, makes the shot. They call it an and one. The defensive foul is challenged, and it's clearly you can see the offensive player with his left hand, his off arm, pushes the guy trying to jump vertically. They review it. The defensive foul is upheld. This is the joke I made 2 weeks ago because he was moving A to B. The fact that you're moving A to B means the offensive player can shove you with the left hand.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That I will say that veering into guys in the lane, they're not calling that anymore. I mean, the thing is, like, they just prove over and over again that they can call an actual basketball game, but they refuse to for large sections of the season.
Yeah.
And we got such a good year last year that I think we got a little spoiled with how good the officiating was. So hopefully this is a turn in the right direction. It has been better since Christmas for sure. The games are faster. And I know this because I watch them all. Yeah. And it can be a slog. These early season, I mean, we had games that were approaching 3 hours long. 3 hours of game time. Long. Insane. Just no respect for people's time.
Are they changing the foul calls ahead of the NBA Europe product so the European fans won't?
They don't get booed. I mean, Joel Embiid got called for 2 travels, back-to-back possessions yesterday, and you never see that. So maybe they were getting warmed up.
All right, thank you for the question, Magnus. Yes, there will be a 200-point game. I'm going to say give me 10 years. The next 10 years, unless they drastically change the NBA rules, yes. I'd put it at you shouldn't gamble. I put it at plus 200. So not likely, but 30% chance of happening. All right. Thanks for the question. If you want your question answered on air, got to be a Patreon supporter. Patreon.com/Fastbreak Breakfast. It is now time for the awards segment of the program, Dave, the International Stackhouse of Pancakes Award, given each week to the worst performance in a box score. We have a few honorable mentions. Bub Carrington, 1 for 11. Ryan Rollins, 2 for 13. Noah Clowney and Kevin Porter Jr., 4 for 17. Emmanuel Quickly, 6 for 22. That game, this was the Sixers game, the Raptors-Sixers game.
Yeah.
Unbelievable basketball. Speaking of our referees, 2 overturned out-of-bounds calls on Darko Rakovic challenges in a 2-second span. Both of them occurring in the final 15 seconds of regulation. I mean, the Sixers, what are you doing? Just throw the ball in bounds. But they could not. Raptors come back and win. Quickly make some big shots in this game, but was 6 for 22. All right. Our 3 nominees, Dave, as they occurred over the last week. James Harden in a win against the Pistons. A 4 for 20. A natural 4 for 20. 19 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds, 3 steals, 5 turnovers, 1 personal foul. Steph Castle. Who is this against? Close my window. He was 3 for 16. We had a Steph 316. This game was a win against the Celtics. Steph Castle, 316, 9 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 turnovers, 0 personal fouls. Perhaps try. And then last night on Wednesday night, Aaron Nesmith in a defeat to the Raptors. 1 for 12. 6 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 4 turnovers, 2 personal fouls. So, James Harden, 4 for 20, 19 points, 7 assists. Steph Castle, 3 for 16, 9 points, 5 assists. Aaron Nesmith, 1 for 12, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 4 turnovers.
I'll go Nesmith.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty easy Nesmith.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Aaron. The Pacers finally got Rick Carlisle's 1,000th win. They then ran off, I think, 3 straight victories. Ran out of luck against the Raptors. Raptors keep playing well, finding a lot of answers up and down their roster. But congrats, Aaron Nesmith, on winning this week's International Stackhouse of Pancakes Award. Finally, Dave, Clippers, pretty good, man.
11-2 in their last 13.
Yeah, won 11 of their last 13. Only a half game behind the Grizzlies for the 10th spot. Good thing the Grizzlies have beaten them 3 times already this season. But depending on the outcome of this Magic Grizzlies Berlin game, Clippers making a run.
It'd be funny if these games didn't count.
Oh, you mean like play-in championship style?
Yeah, like a play-in championship style. Just this is an exhibition.
Yeah, the Clippers, I mean, one of the hottest teams in the NBA, obviously. I feel like they're playing well. I feel like the Warriors are playing well. I mean, the Grizzlies are going the wrong way. And, of course, that all comes back to
Right.
The Ja Morant thing, the Zach Edey bad injury outlook. I feel like 2 weeks ago, people were like, the Clippers are kind of done. But it seems like the Clippers are now going to make the play. I mean, even the Trailblazers keep playing well.
They'll be the play-in.
Yeah, they'll be the play-in.
Yeah, I think the Clippers will make the play-in.
Yep.
If AD hadn't gotten hurt, I saw the Clippers as a potential AD team.
I mean, it would have been. I mean, the Clippers still have contract like that.
Mm-hmm.
If they can move Bogdanovich for anything,
yeah.
I mean, he's been unable to get on the court with his hamstring situation. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that could move at this trade deadline, and I do wonder if one of the final twists to all the player movement that could happen is going to be some kind of on-the-fly Adam Silver huge putting his foot down about tanking. I don't know what he has the power to do, but he keeps talking about it, and it's going to get worse.
They're going to change. They're going to make changes. I think that this is the year that they have to make changes to it. But I don't know what they change without the downstream side effects.
Yeah.
Of every decision that they make.
Yeah.
Turns out
huge.
We don't know.
Yeah. I did appreciate the Hoop Collective.
What happened? I mean, even this. Who would have thought, Keith, that when you had a thing where it was like, okay, the worst teams, you get more lottery balls, that you would turn into a league where 8 teams are trying to not win.
Well, the funniest downstream effect of the flattened lottery odds, because they were like, hey, listen, flatten your lottery odds. Like, it doesn't matter if you have the worst record. You have equal odds. First pick, second pick, third pick, fourth pick, fifth pick. And so you shouldn't just tank because it's literally you can't control it. And instead of people being like, listen, we can't really affect, let's just play basketball because let's just do the right thing. But the funniest thing is everyone's being like, oh, no, what if all 9 of us just don't even try? That'd be great. Let's even more of us not try. No, I appreciated the Hoops Collective. I listened to their podcast. They're talking about Ja Morant, so I want to hear what they're saying about Ja Morant. And they talked about tanking for so long, and they were so close. They were so close. So they keep being like, man, it's like if you incentivize losing, teams are going to lose. Whatever the incentive is, that's what's going to happen. I'm like, if there only was something we could do to not have incentivized losing. I'm like, oh, you're so close. You're so close. Like, what if you incentivize wins? And they're like, well, what if we do this thing on March 1st where you get a win? Like, oh, you're so close. What if winning was the objective?
Right.
Anyways, I got to run. I got to watch the Grizzlies play 45 minutes. I got to go back to work.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff going on, Dave. Dave, you got to work out.
Early day.
I mean, you got to walk 15 miles and go to the gym all before the Grizzlies play in the next 50 minutes.
45 minutes? Yeah.
The life of Dave.
Easy work.
I love it.
Easy work.
Dave, great work as always. Listeners, you guys are the best. Thanks for listening. And remember, breakfast is the most important thing.
Yeah, never apologize for being G&G. Fastbreak break, man. You understand?
I will remember